us understand what some of the benefits are specific to women.
30-minute hit circuit specifically is designed to incorporate boxing, kickboxing, and some self-defense moves. And so there was another woman, they became accountability partners, they exchanged numbers, got them coming at the same time. And within, I would say, maybe like 8 months, and she had lost like 60 pounds.
That idea of this female-only workout space, it sort of disappeared. And I love that it's coming back, because I do think women, especially 35 and older, we do go through so much physically, emotionally, mentally, that it's probably so lovely to be surrounded by women kind of going through the same thing. Welcome to The Well Drop, your go-to source for actionable wellness tips. We're your hosts, Amber Berger and Dina Wismer, and today we're diving into the world of fitness with a focus on empowering women to stay strong, confident, and healthy. Our spotlight is on 30-minute hit, a high-intensity boxing and kickboxing circuit designed specifically for women.
We all know that exercise is about so much more than just looking good. Exercise can help our mental state, balance stress, and of course, increase our energy levels. So when we're choosing a fitness routine, it's important that we consider the whole person and not which class promises to give you the tightest butt.
As an avid kickboxer for the last 20 years, I'm so excited to welcome Shari Cineas, the owner of Brooklyn's 30-minute hit. To me, nothing compares to how you feel with a kickboxing class, and in just 30 minutes, this workout packs a punch, literally and figuratively, offering a powerful way for women to build strength, boost confidence, and relieve stress. With its unique combination of boxing, kickboxing, and self-defense moves, 30-minute hit is not just a workout, it's a movement that's helping women of all ages and fitness levels take charge of their physical and mental well-being.
Today, we'll be discussing the importance of accessible, effective fitness options for women, especially for those of us in midlife, and how 30-minute hit is making a difference in women's lives around the world. We'll explore why this type of workout is so beneficial, how it fits into a busy lifestyle, and its impact on both your body and your mind.
So whether you're new to fitness or a seasoned athlete, this episode will inspire you to embrace the power of movement, how less is really best, and discover how 30 minutes can truly make a difference in your life. So let's get started. Shari, thank you so much for being with us today. We are
Of course
so excited to dive in. I guess can we just start out and talk about, what's so interesting, I think, about 30-minute hit is that is it a female only class? And let's discuss maybe the benefits of going to a woman's only fitness class, because I've never done that, but I'm really intrigued.
Yeah. Well, first, let me say thank you guys for featuring 30-minute hit. We're new to Brooklyn. We're only 2 years in. So this is amazing. I'm always so happy to talk about it. It's an amazing, amazing franchise. The workout is amazing. So I think it is phenomenal because it is women only. Boxing predominantly is populated by men. It's run, it's a sport that is predominantly male dominated. And so to have a safe space where we can do the same workout, get the same benefits, but feel safe and feel like we don't have to worry about anyone gawking over us or making us feel uncomfortable or dominating, making us feel weaker, whatever feelings you get when you're in a space that is shared by men and women. It just provides that safe, comfortable space for you to do a really good high-intensity workout like boxing.
And I have to say that I've been fortunate to do the workout in the space, and you do feel that warmth, inviting atmosphere with instructors that are female, who understand you, who know how to connect with you.
Yep.
And it really does feel like a community.
Hey, we're taking a quick pause to talk about something crucial, your sleep. Did you know that you spend 1/3 of your life in bed? That's a lot of time, so it makes sense that the quality of your mattress can dramatically enhance the quality of your rest. That's why I want to introduce you to my personal favorite avocado mattress. It's your first step towards sleeping like a baby every night. Why avocado? Well, here's 3 reasons this mattress is more than just a bed. It's a transformation of your bedroom into a sanctuary of sleep. Number 1, it's natural and non-toxic. If your bed came in a box and was not organic, this is for you. Avocado mattresses are made from organic materials like natural latex, wool, and certified organic cotton. This means no off-gassing of harmful chemicals, so you breathe clean air all night long. Number 2, it's unmatched for comfort and support. With its advanced ergonomic design, an avocado mattress provides the perfect balance of comfort and support. It contours to your body, relieves pressure points, and helps align your spine. Say goodbye to tossing and turning and wake up feeling refreshed and pain-free. Number 3, an organic mattress can dramatically improve your health by reducing exposure to toxins and allergens while supporting your body's natural sleep. So, if sleep has been an issue, right now is a perfect time to transform your bedroom into a sanctuary where every night is a rejuvenation session. Visit Avocado Mattress. There's a link in the show notes to see why switching your mattress could be the best decision you make for your sleep and your health. Don't wait to make sleep a priority. Your body and mind will thank you.
But I'm fascinated. You mentioned the benefits of boxing and kickboxing.
Mhm.
Can you help us understand what some of the benefits are and if there are any physically that are specific to women and how our bodies work?
So I think the benefits of boxing physically are good for men and women. So the 30-minute hit circuit specifically is designed to incorporate boxing, kickboxing, and some self-defense moves. So, Dina, I don't know if you remember, but towards the end of the circuit, there are some moves that are more MMA inspired, where you're on the ground. If your opponent gets you on the ground, what can you do to take control, to fight back? Um, of course, we don't like to think about these things. It is a sport where people are trained to do these things, but there are real life scenarios where we have to incorporate some of these moves, right? And so um, it's a mix of all three, and I think it's beneficial physically for men and women. What I think is specific to women in terms of the workout is that it's a full body because the circuit focuses on all three of those aspects, and there are some other core specific moves. I think women are always worried about that midsection. It's an area that we always, want to lose weight on our waist side, or so we have specific core workouts where we're targeting your core, mid, upper, lower. We also have a station that focuses mainly on the booty. So we're working that, and it's a full body workout. So physically, again, it can target men and women. Amber, like you said, you've been a boxer for some time, so you know that it's good full body. What I think is specific to women, aside from the physical, is that empowering factor that you get from doing such a really intense, empowering, strong workout like boxing, right? And to do it in a space where you can complete a high intensity workout in 30 minutes, you have your trainers there pushing you along, teaching you new skills. You really feel so strong and so like you can dominate anything. And I think that is what um pulled me towards it and made it more specific to women, because it's easy to feel defeated if you go into a regular gym and um you know you're lifting weights and you're like, I don't really know what I'm doing. Am I doing it properly? You don't have a trainer there to teach you. Or even if you're in a really large class where you don't get that close-knit one-on-one instruction, it can feel defeating.
I
And
love what
so
sorry, I
I
don't
think 30-minute hit is great for women in that way.
Yeah, I think that like you said, boxing is really always more connected to men.
Mhm.
And I couldn't agree more of how empowering kickboxing is. I mean, it's literally more than just, of course, it's a great exercise, but going in there, I think just that the type of workout that it is, it really shifts your narrative from like, oh, I want to do this to like look good and feel
Yep.
like I'm getting a good workout, to the strength aspect of it, and that you feel
Yeah.
strong and doing those movements or something about it that really helps you tap into your inner strength.
And
And
get rid of some aggression.
yeah,
Sorry.
and I was going to say
Absolutely.
the second part is really the mental. I think why I stuck doing it for so long is it's really a mental release for me and a stress reducer. And I found that that sort of became my meditation, I realized
Mhm.
in time, because once I couldn't go to my favorite class, I moved from New York to Miami.
Okay.
I do it now virtually, and it's not the same as in person, but it's as good as it can get. And I
Right.
find that there's something for me related to boxing and stress relief, and for me, a version of a meditation. Can you speak to that? Is that something that you have found that there's a connection with boxing and having more than just the physical benefits, but also the mental benefits?
1000%. You are spot on. So many of the ladies, when they come in, they literally zone out. And so we always tell the last station on the circuit is it's a like a punch dummy. And our punch dummy for 30-minute hit, his name is Bob. And so we always tell everyone, when you get to Bob, you get to do all of the moves that you just did on the whole circuit. Just go all out. Call him whatever you want. You call him Bob, you could call him your boss's name, you could call him your husband's name. Just get all of that aggression out. And when I tell you they zone out, we spend the last 15 seconds with every lady at Bob. And we're like, leave it on the mat. All of that stress that you have I'm getting goosebumps as I say it. Um, all of that stress that you have from the day, leave it right here. This is it. And it's such a mental stress relief. It is. And everyone comes off the floor, even though they're exhausted, sweating. I don't know, Dina, if you had this experience, but you come
Oh,
off
yeah.
and you're smiling.
Hmm.
And that is something that stuck with me when I first was looking into 30-minute hit. I'm like, all of these people seem happy, but they're doing such an aggressive workout,
Yes.
right? And a hard workout, but they're smiling. They come off the floor and they're like, oh, that was so good. I'm so happy I came, because
Oh, yeah.
it's a lot of discipline to stick to something and come to it almost every day or 3 times a week, whatever it is. So yes, it is a very good thing for your mental health. I think it helps. I have my best workouts when I'm like super stressed and
Well,
I
it's
get
fun.
in there and I punch it out.
I've been, I'm done yoga and Pilates for over 20 years and love them. And I think there is a time and a place for that kind of
Yep.
meditation. But there is also certainly a time and a place and a need for letting it out.
Yep.
And really just kind of feeling that strength and that empowerment. And you really do, from everything from the music that's played to the instructor and the
Yep.
community, you feel supported in that, which I think is which is really, really beautiful. And so, I mean, to me, that brings up to mind the importance of community in our workouts, which you've alluded to a little bit, but
Mhm.
I'd love for you to elaborate on the importance of community in fitness.
Thank you. So community is one of 30-minute hits pillars. So we like to say we're not just a regular gym. Everything we do is centered around community, even from the minute you sign up to become a member. It's all about the support that you get. It's all about how you feel when you walk through the door. Like, I'm very big on energy. And so my team knows. They're probably sick of me saying it, but I'm always like, energy matters. Like, even if you're having a bad day, like, people are coming in here because they want to feel good. And I want that to resonate with them every time they come in, whether they've been a member for 2 years or whether they are visiting and they've been a member for 10 years or whether they just joined. Everyone should feel that sense of community. We are very big on introducing our members. So we've created accountability partners for ladies who are trying to start a routine. We're like, oh, here's Dina. Meet Dina. She's been coming for the last 3 months. You guys seem to be coming around the same time. Maybe link up and hold each other accountable. And they love that. We try to share other information. So not just about actually the physical workout, but also health in other ways. Most of our audience and our members are, I would say, 35 and up. And so there are things that we deal with as women that younger women don't necessarily start thinking about, like perimenopause and all of those things, and how exercise and your diet can be helpful. So we have a community board and we try to share information as much as possible that's relevant to the ladies that are there. So community is a huge aspect, and it's so hard to build that community in such a large city like New York City. So a lot of the other 30-minute hit locations are in smaller towns, suburbs. So that has been a challenge. But the ladies that come in, they're like, wow, like, this is my space. This is like my happy space. It's like a small community in such a large community, which is it's just nice. It
And
just feels good.
correct me if I'm wrong, but you can bring your children if you need
Yes.
to, right? Which to
Yes.
me is huge, and
Wow.
especially for for mothers who have young children, I should
Well,
say, because that's a huge obstacle to fitness. Is how
yes.
do I make time if I'm with my toddler all day long?
Yep.
And I'm sure you can speak to this. I'm sure that that's a barrier to accessing health for and wellness for yourself. So
I think
can you
having that
elaborate?
short class is amazing. Can
Yeah.
you tell us about
Yep.
like why 30 minutes? What is it about 30 minutes and how does that make it a complete workout?
Yes. So I'll speak to both of those, Dina and Amber, what you just mentioned. So 30-minute hits whole premise was to let's get rid of all of the noise and the barriers that keep women from coming in. Children, time, the flexibility of our sessions. So the way it's designed is yes, it's 30 minutes. And 30 minutes because multiple studies have been done in the fitness industry that proves that 30 minutes of high intensity workouts is all you need. So a lot of the ladies are like, can I do this twice? I'm like, first of all, you're probably not going to want to, but you don't need to either, right? Like you just did a lot. You don't even understand how much your entire body just went through. And 30 minutes is all you need 3 to 5 times a week. So that's why it's 30 minutes. And it's high interval training as well. So not only is the intensity is high, but you only get short intervals in between, 15 seconds, and you're back at it. Um, so we have something what we call double time. So whatever technique you're doing, you take it up and you go full out. And that's to get that heart rate up. And then you bring it back down to 15 seconds. And we do that every 15 seconds for 2 minutes. So that's the reasoning behind 30 minutes. Yes, there is a children's area. We call it the little hitters. And so women are allowed to bring their children. It's only 30 minutes. It's not childcare. We're not over there babysitting or anything, but we do have like fun stuff for them to do, coloring books or toys that they can play with. They can bring their own tablets, whatever keeps them occupied. Of course, the babies sometimes they get fussy because they want mommy, but it's designed in a way, excuse me, where the children can see their mom. And so we like to bring them in sometimes. Like, you see what mommy's doing? Look how strong she looks. Look at and the kids, I kid you not, they want to come.
Yeah.
They're like, Mom, when are we going back to Miss Shari's place? Or when are we going to the boxing place? They're excited about it. And it's good for them to see their mom doing something
I
so
was gonna
great
say,
too.
I think
I
it's
was
Right?
such
just
a
gonna say that
beautiful,
too.
it's so
Yeah.
beautiful for them to
Yes.
see their moms working out because they're so, I mean, typically, right? The kid will, if they're in school, they're in school. A person will do their workout while they're in school. Or on a weekend,
Yes.
one parent is watching them. So they never get to see, like, what are you doing? And then when
Right.
they actually can watch that, and no matter what kind of workout you are even doing, just them seeing you doing a workout will
Mhm.
inspire them. I always believe in leading by example. So then inspire them to, like, well, I want to do that, right? Like,
Yeah.
who doesn't want to do what their mother or father is doing?
Yes.
And there's
Yeah.
studies that
I didn't
show,
go for it,
modeling
Tina.
behavior like that carries on as they get older,
Yes.
and that they will be more likely to have their own fitness routines if they see their parents doing it as well. Sorry, Shari, go
Correct.
ahead.
Yep, I was just gonna say that. Like, I didn't grow up in a family where I saw my family being physically fit, right? Like, they were active, not exercising, but working, doing all the things that adults do. But there was no physical activity in terms of exercise. And so I didn't grow up active. When I got into maybe like college and I'm like, oh, there's a beautiful gym. Maybe we should use it. And my friends and I were like, do little things, but it wasn't super intentional. It wasn't something that was a part of my lifestyle. And I think I've shared this with Dina before, in that like traditionally and historically, like it's not something that is part of the lifestyle of people of color. And so it's a challenge to show people like this is not a luxury. This should be part of your lifestyle. This is what you need. And we shouldn't wait until we're filled with prescriptions and all these things to say, okay, I need to do something. Let's start it younger. which is why we allow 13-year-olds to join
Great.
with a guardian. Yeah, so that we can start that process earlier. It also helps with confidence and, bullying and all of those things for young women. And so it's just an amazing, amazing program.
And I should note that Sherry's now mom to two very active,
Yes,
athletic boys.
exactly. Yes. Yes. But our
Um,
boys are on the same basketball team. And yes, like Dina said, they are super active and they see me being active and they're like, wow, like we're all pushing each other as a family. And it's something to be seen. Like it's not what I grew up in at all.
Right. And I
Neither my
love
husband.
that concept of when you're starting young. I think it then removes the idea of it being a hassle. It's just sort of part of you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
Yep,
and you have time that you need to move your body. And
exactly.
doing something, especially just for 30 minutes, is so accessible. Do 30
Yes.
minutes less of TV time or scrolling time. It's very easy. It's not easy in our busy lives in a sense, but once you just kind of put it in there as a non-negotiable and you
Mhm.
work around it, it actually is pretty easy. But you just
Yep,
have to I think just take that first step of just putting it into that calendar and making it a
exactly.
priority. But when you start young, it's sort of it becomes that automatic non-negotiable. So then you don't have to deal with that adjustment that probably so many adults have to deal with. I find it so interesting. Why do you find that most of the women are 35 and older? Is there something about, is it the time? Is it the style of the workout? What is it that has made women gravitate to it at technically an older age?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it has a lot to do with you get to a stage in your life and you're like, okay, I need to do something about this, whether it's your weight, whether it's just your health, whether it's your mental health, you've lived a little bit more life and you're dealing with a lot more stressors and you're looking for something to help you along the way. So I think that's a big part of it that you just get to a stage in life where you're like, I need to do something different. I need to get active. Whether it's your doctor telling you, you need to get this weight down or you need to incorporate exercise. I think older, slightly older women are more intentional about it when they get to those stages. Also, I think it's a financial thing. So it's not your open gym concept where you can pay $20 a month and they don't care if you come or not. It's truly an investment. I mean, I think it's reasonably priced for the value of what you're getting. But even aside from that, I think it's just a financial commitment, since we're membership only, that people who are a little bit more
Yeah, it's probably more
financially
affordable in your
stable.
30s and your 20s
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
100%.
They can afford it. They're willing to commit. They're willing to invest in themselves. Whereas, and I also think because it's membership only, our younger generation doesn't like to commit as much, right? They want to do all the trendy
Yes.
things. They want to jump around and try everything, which again has its place and it's fine. Um, but ours is designed for you to truly commit so you can truly see the benefits from our program.
and would you say it's safe there's no cap on when it becomes, as long as you're feeling good and your body, when I did it, it felt pretty safe,
Yeah.
meaning even as you age, it continues to be a safe workout. Would you say that that's
For
true?
sure. Yes, I agree. I think this workout meets you where you are. I tell all the ladies, like, we are there to make sure you're doing all of the moves safely. So I'm trained every other week by professional boxers, ex-military people. Like, we're getting real hands-on training. And then my staff is trained once a month. And so we are there to make sure that you are doing it safely. Um, and we're there to motivate you as well. But if you know your body more than anyone else, and so if we say, go harder, and you're like, no, this is as much as I can go, that's fine, right? Like, it meets you where you are. We have members that were in their 60s. My mom is a member. She's definitely in her late 60s. And even if she just comes and punches very lightly, like, some movement is better than no movement at all. And so it is safe. I think there is no cap on when you can join as long as you can get up the stairs and do what you have to do. And we have modifications as well. So if there's a knee issue, a back issue, we have things that we can say, okay, don't do that. Let's do something else that, gives you the same outcome.
Yeah, what I love about this style workout is two things. One, it is, of course, a high, it's a hit workout, so a high
Hmm.
interval training, but it's a low impact hit workout. And so I think that's the big difference, especially for women, in perimenopause, especially in your 40s, when your hormones are starting to kind of fluctuate up and down. There are
Yep.
different times in your cycle that you can be more susceptible to getting injured.
Hmm.
And this type of workout, while it's really hard and not easy for a second, you are sort of in some ways less prone to getting injured due to the low impact nature of it. And it's funny talking about the age is what inspired me to even start to try the class is I saw women of all ages in the class. Like people, I
Hmm.
started doing this when I was in my mid 20s, but the people were like up into their 70s doing it. And
Yep.
I was just so inspired of like, wow, like I want to be that person. Like who
Yes.
doesn't want to be like this strong 70-year-old and they look amazing. And I think that that's what's so exciting. And I love that you're, sharing 30-minute hit with us and hopefully other people, if they're not in the New York area, they can find it. It is a franchised workout. Is
Yeah,
that correct?
that
So
is correct.
hopefully they can find one in their neighborhood. We need one in Miami. We don't have one in
I
Miami yet. I'm just
know.
saying,
Not yet. Not yet.
not yet. So we need
We're
it to
growing.
come, but it is a workout. For whatever reason, I don't find boxing sort of the go-to. I kind of had to like relive finding some new workouts for me. And I know especially when you're in your 20s and the early 30s, people love to bounce around. But I think when you
Mhm.
find one thing that brings you joy and feels
Yes.
good, and for me is boxing, kickboxing, and you do it a few times a week, it's so much better for your body, mind,
Mhm.
and spirit than doing these other random workouts and you're just kind of like bouncing around and doing something once a week. Like it's not really going to be transformative for your body. And I think so many people are really just they're just like searching and they're almost working so hard and not getting the results they want. And I think it's
Mhm.
because they're not committing to one type of workout and doing that one workout a minimum of 3 times a week.
Yep. That's
That
exactly right.
that's leads to do you have any fantastic stories of transformation that come to mind?
I do. I do. So there's this one woman, we call her Mel, but her name is Melissa. She joined and she was so apprehensive because she's like, I've never worked out before. Like, I've just never done anything. And she's like, but I need to. Like, I feel like I've gained so much weight and I just don't feel good about myself. And so she took the chance and she joined and she was so committed. She's actually one of the people who I was talking about who found an accountability partner because she was like, I want to keep coming. It's close. It's easy. I can do it really quickly before my kids come home. And she's like, I don't want to bring my kids. I want this to be my space. So she's like, I can do it before they come home. She's like, but I just need like the motivation to get in here. And so there was another woman. They became accountability partners. They exchanged numbers, got them coming at the same time. And within, I would say, maybe like 8 months, Mal had lost close to 60 pounds. She was like, and that wasn't even with her um, incorporating like a strict diet or anything. She's like, she did cut out some things, but she wasn't like super stringent about it. And she had lost like 60 pounds and she sent a message. She's like, an email. She's like, can I like send you some pictures? And she sent me a um a screenshot of her scale. She's like, this was me before. We don't have a scale, and I don't like the whole scale idea in the gym. So we don't have a scale. But she's like, I want to send you pictures of my scale at home. And she had lost 60 pounds. And she was like, I am like, I don't even know what to say. And I was like, I told you when I saw her, I could tell. I was like, you have lost so much weight. Because it's sort of an open concept where you can come in at any time as long as we're open because all of our memberships are unlimited. And so I don't get to see everyone all the time because I'm still working a full-time job. And so when I saw her, I was like, oh, wow, you lost so much weight. And she's like, really? I don't really say that. And then she got on the scale and sent
60. Oh my
pictures.
God.
And I'm like so proud of her because she stuck with it. even without ever having to do any. She's like, no, you guys keep me going. She's always looking to learn new moves, new combinations. And that's just one. There's another one, Sadia. She's a stylist, super cute. And she also lost a good bit of weight. And she's like, I just feel so much more confident. I feel sexy. I feel powerful, which I didn't feel before I started. So
It's so
those always warm
wonderful.
my heart. And it always, when times are hard, it reminds me why I'm doing this because it's
Amazing.
so super impactful.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. Thank you for bringing that to so many women. I love the concept. When Dina and I were first talking, I was like, I only really, when I think of a female only gym, I only used to see like Lucille Roberts.
Yes.
Or
Yep.
I was trying to think of maybe there's one other,
I
but
think there was Curve.
oh, Curve, right.
Yeah.
This is much cooler than all of
Yes.
Much,
us.
I'm sure. But I felt like those concepts, I mean, I was like so young, so I never really walked into them. I don't even know what they were like. But that idea of this female only workout space really
Mhm.
sort of felt maybe it's around, but just not in I haven't seen it. It felt like it sort of disappeared. And I love that it's coming back because I do think women, especially 35 and older, we do go through so much physically, emotionally, mentally, that it's probably so lovely to be surrounded by women kind of going through the same things. So we could share, like just even this morning, I'm lucky I have a group of a lot of friends on one chat. And so it'll just be like, nonstop stuff of just like us having our complaints, but at least you
Yep.
could feel seen by
Yes.
others and then just know like you're not the only one going through it. And in today's day with so much technology, we are in a crisis of people feeling more lonely than ever. So I think it's such a
Yes.
beautiful thing. Your accountability partners. I mean, so many aspects of what you have going on in there is so thoughtful and so
Thank
necessary.
you.
And I would say
And
all of us live in homes that have more than one man, at least one man and one male child.
Right.
And it does. And Shari, I know you're the only female in your house, and so
yes.
this, as much as we love them, this becomes even more of a special opportunity.
Yep.
I feel like.
I've met some of my closest friends now there, and just women who want to see each other win. So even on a professional level, I'm always asking people, not in a way to be nosy or anything like that, but like, hey, what do you do? Like, what is your full-time job? What do you do for a living? Really just to connect because I'm working on asking for help and, tapping into different networks that I have. And I realized that so many other women need that as well.
oh yeah.
And so just asking like, oh, hey, I know this person, she is a stylist and you're a makeup artist and you guys can probably do things together. Like, let me introduce you. So there's just so much community to that space that goes beyond physical fitness and health and all of those things. It's like Dina said, it becomes your space where you can feel seen and understood, and your complaint doesn't sound like just a complaint. It's real. It's like, yep, nope, I've experienced the same thing. Yep,
Yep.
this is what we're going through. And just feeling heard.
I love that. So, to close out this conversation, what is one drop of wellness wisdom you'd like to leave with our listeners today?
It is never too late.
Oh, I
It is
like
never
that.
too late to get started. Start where you are. There's no motivation or anything that is going to get you there. It has to come from within you. Invest in yourself and just get started. I mean, I always say Nike knew exactly what they were doing when they coined the slogan, just do it. Because there literally is nothing else to it but to just do it. You're worth it. You're worth it.
Thank you. I love that. And you've been
You're
so
welcome.
generous to offer our listeners today 20% off membership fees when you mention Well Drop at the Brooklyn 30-minute hit. Definitely go check it out if you're in the New York area. And I can't wait to come and visit so I can come
Yes,
and
we
do a
can't wait.
workout. It's my favorite.
And check out 30-minute hit is in other locations also. So
Yes.
there is a website that you can check out to see if there's a location close to you if you're not in the area.
Yeah, we'll have
Yes,
it
the
in the show
website is
notes.
30minutehit.com. Simple enough. 30minute HIT, no two I's. Just HIT.com. And then, like Tina said, there are other locations. Check out, see what's close to you. We are growing. It originated in Canada, so there are tons of locations in Canada, but we're growing in the US. I think we have definitely over 30 locations in the US now. And we're expanding. So check it out. One good thing about the membership too, you can use it anywhere. So there's no additional fee to hop around if you go to different locations,
Oh,
if you see one
great.
in your area. So definitely a plug.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you,
And thank
Shari.
you
Thank
for
you.
listening today on The Well Drop. Please like and share this episode and subscribe to the show so you can get our weekly episodes. And please let us know if there's anything you're struggling with. We are here for you, and drop us a message.
Yes. Thank you guys.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
So
Thank you
nice
for
to
doing
meet
this.
you.